So it's Miss Amersham. So I'm on my way to Pyegreave, which is near the village of Combs in the High Peak. And this is where the father of Florence Nightingale inherited a property
your destination.
in 1815 from his uncle Peter Nightingale, who was a lead mining entrepreneur. And
You have reached your destination, Cowlow Lane.
so Florence Nightingale wasn't actually born here. She was actually born in Florence in Italy when her parents were on the Grand Tour, so that's why she was called Florence. So I've never been up here before. It is actually the Bicenteniall of the birth of Florence Nightingale on the 12th of May 2020. So this is quite timely. She lived in a house that was called Hurst Lee, and her father was formerly called William Shaw, S-H-O-R-E, but changed his name to Nightingale following his inheritance from Peter Nightingale. He inherited this at the age of 21. William Nightingale actually wrote a book called the Domesday Book in 1825, but then that may have been ghost written. The large house that he inherited was within 12 acres of land, and the house was called Hollow Way, which actually means the sunken path. His mother Mary died at Tapton House in Sheffield. So Nightingale and Florence's father also owned an estate in Hampshire, and this was through his wife Fanny, who was daughter of a Whig MP. They spent the summers at Lea Hurst here, but spent the winters in Hampshire, and probably was a bit warmer down there in the winter. Florence Nightingale actually lived to be 90 and died in 1910. She spent the last 30 years of her life was spent mostly in bed due to an illness that she contracted during her time in the Crimea. And there's a bit of a mystery about what this illness was, but she actually spent 30 years in bed. This was at the time when old elderly people were in workhouses and would be working until they died. Florence Nightingale was from this very wealthy family, and therefore she never married and spent 30 years in bed for the last 30 years of her life till the age of 90. She died in her sleep, actually. She was also, as well as being a nurse, she was a statistician, a noted statistician, and the family were in favour of the Reform Act of 1832, which I did touch on in my last video, which was at the Freedom Tower, otherwise known as the Reform Tower, at Stanton Moor, which was erected to commemorate the passing of the Reform Act in 1832. So Florence's father, William Nightingale, actually did stamp Parliament for the Whig Party in 1834. And due to him being a keen supporter of the 1832 Reform Act, he lost the election due to this, and then decided he would have nothing more to do with politics for the rest of his life. He spent a lot of his time pursuing his interest, which was shooting and hunting on his estate. He was a noted Unitarian preacher, and Unitarians don't believe in the Trinity, which till 1813 was actually a criminal offence. So that means that you actually couldn't believe in what you wanted to believe in. It was a criminal offence not to believe in the Trinity. Of course, the poor people at this time were relying on the church handouts, on church funds. I'm just filming this viaduct. It's long. Just going underneath. To do with the Sheffield to Manchester Railway. This is the Crossroads sign, which is actually the same as the Templar Cross, and also the Crossroads, which has got magical symbolism of the thieves and criminals that used to be hung at the crossroads. So we are now approaching the village of Pyegreave, where Florence Nightingale's father owned a 12-acre estate of land that he inherited, and Florence Nightingale could be seen with her father riding on horseback in the fields surrounding. This was by an old lady who lived nearby and related this in a book that was written about the area. This old lady said she remembered seeing William and Florence Nightingale riding on horseback in the late 1800s. So we're going down now. There are a few walkers out. It is really strange terrain here. Strange terrain. See the quarries at the top there. And actually ladies of the class of Florence Nightingale would not be expected to actually do any work at all. You know, she just wasn't, they weren't expected to do any work at all.
At the end of the road, turn left, A57, Sheffield Road, then turn right.
This is the Snake Pass.